in making other things, and I think in many ways he's quite inspirational. And his presentation has come together really well. And from what I hear, he didn't let his mom help him with the presentation at all.
Hello, my name is Abhimanyu. And today I'm going to present a PPT to you about making robots. So on the first slide you see some steps. It stands for everything starts with the first step. My first step was nothing spectacular. It was just watching a movie. When I started, I was about 4 years old. So this was the movie. It was called Star Wars, and these are the main droids of it, C-3PO and R2-D2. I was very excited by both of them, especially R2-D2. So then one day my parents got me some toys which had sensors and all that cool stuff, and it was remote controlled. So then I decided to make my own. So this is a small prototype of the R2-D2. The prototype was basically made to iron out all the mistakes that we'll make. So it was made out of cardboard, and that's a small blueprint on A4 paper. So that's me in the science fair. I'm in the Sri Ram school, and that's the R2-D2 fair model, and that's the real blueprint, and those are all the people, and that's me. The R2-D2 has two motors attached to a wheel which have a 12-volt battery attached to it because it's very heavy. It's about 10 kilos, so it needs lots of power. And there's a small torch on top which has a 9-volt battery. And unfortunately I can't bring it because my dog had nothing else to chew, and we were outside the house, so she demolished it in 1 hour, and we came back home and we found it in pieces. So then I got interested in the school, like Lego kind of kit. It was called Mindstorms. It's programmable, so you can see those two robots. You can make a Alpha Rex, which is like a humanoid kind of robot, and that's like a shooter, and you can program it to solve the Rubik's Cube like that. And this is a creation that I made out of the Mindstorm. It was like a robotic hand, and it can grip things, and it can serve coffee and tea to the whole house. So then I got interested in this other kit. It's a bit better than Mindstorm because you make it with a screwdriver, and it's more enjoyable. So it's called the Robotronics. There are 3 versions of it: Robotronics Lite, Robotronics Mini, and Robotronics Full. So then there are these competitions held for it. They're called the RRC 2014, and those are my 2 teammates. They're called Arjun and Sai, and we participated in this competition. So those are our 2 robots. Our problem statement was to make a pair of wired or wireless robots that can protect the monuments of India. So the first one was a robotic crane with a pusher part behind it, and the second one was a robotic shovel which had a pusher part behind it, and that's me in the competition. There were 3 of us, so we kept shuffling our tasks, and those are all the monuments, and those are the 2 robots. We came second in the competition, and we're going to get silver medals. So then I got introduced to the school technology. They were based on printers. Now these are the printers we use every day. For example, HP Inkjet Vantage printers, LaserJet Pro printers. But these printers are very advanced, and they're going to change the future. They're called 3D printers. This is the MakerBot, and the printing quality is quite good, and 3D printers are like the hottest things to do these days. NASA is making rockets out of 3D printers. They print titanium, some of them. So there's this cool new gadget that's going to come out. It's almost released. So this is called the 3D doodler. It's like a 3D printer with. It's like a laptop version of a 3D printer. It's portable. You can take it with you in your pocket and you can print immediately. It's like a 3D printing pen. You just draw on the floor and then you go in the air. So this is the Arduino board. It's like the motherboard of the printer. You can program it and make many things, like suppose a video game console or a Lumens one, and that I'm going to explain in the next slide. So this is the Lumens one. It's a cool lamp. When you wave your hand on top of it, it gets on or off. And when you put your hand, raise your hand, it becomes brighter, and when you put it down, it's darker. So another thing that was in the 25 greatest magazines, it was in the Time magazine. So it's the Oculus Rift. It's a virtual reality headset. You put it on your face and then you're like in the game, you see illusions all around you. So this is the last slide. It's showing a light bulb. A light bulb is usually meant for an idea, and this is like nature inside it. So it basically stands for think today and make a brighter future with technology. Thank you.